We gonna make it.
One, two, let's go. Hey.
Boxing King Media, powered by BYD. Mr. Otto Wallin back in the UK. It's great to see you back again. First of all, you're wrapped up warm. I'm surprised because you shouldn't feel the cold.
Yeah, I mean, I'm from Sweden, but I'm living in New York now. So when I came here today, I felt like it's cold and pretty chilly in here too.
We were just talking off camera. You reckon it's colder than it's colder than New York? I find that surprising.
Yeah, no, I had the receipts. I can just put up the weather, and you can see yourself. But it hasn't been that bad in New York, honestly, lately.
Good stuff. So you fought recently, but what have you been doing? Because you obviously got the call. I think you said Friday night you got the call for this fight. So what were you doing? Like, did you have anything lined up, or were you just ticking along?
Nothing lined up at all, really. So I was just training, and I felt like I'm in a pretty good position. So a call is gonna come. It's just a matter of time. But when you're a free agent, like I was, it's hard because you never know when the next call is gonna come, and you just keep training and just try not to think too much about it. But really excited that I got this call though, less than a week ago, and just my manager called me. Hey, we got this offer. What do you think? I said yes, let's do it.
That's interesting. I didn't know you was a free agent because one of the things I read was that they said obviously Gerald Miller didn't get the fight, so people assumed that you were still promoted by Demetrius Elite and he'd obviously got you the fight. So that's not the case.
No, he has nothing to do with me anymore, and I got out of that contract before I fought Joshua.
You've obviously said a little bit today in the press conference. Gerald Miller said a hell of a lot of stuff on Instagram. Is there anything you can comment on? Because obviously Dimitri's not said anything, so obviously he'll have a reply to what everyone's saying. But from your own experiences, what's been so bad? Like you can talk about and not get yourself in any legal trouble.
Yeah, that's the problem. All in all, I had a bad experience, and that's my experience.
Okay. What would you advise Gerald to do in this situation?
I would advise Gerald to, I mean, obviously I don't know his contract, but he has to have a good legal team behind him to look at his contract, see what's going on, and take care of it so he can progress his career. I think that's the most important for him.
Okay. The Anthony Joshua loss, how much did that affect you compared to, say, the Tyson Fury loss? Because he was very confident going into that, and obviously, and it's fair to say nobody expected that kind of win for Anthony Joshua. People are saying this is a tricky fight, and I think a lot of people in the industry were picking you to cause the upset that night.
It was definitely more. It was harder to lose against Joshua, and also not just lose, but the way I did, I wasn't happy with it, and I felt defeated after. And it was tough, but a good experience and a good lesson to be learned for me. And I just try to take it the right way. I know that I lost to a better fighter, and just try to get back in the gym, try to get better, and so I can compete with guys like him.
What did you make of Derek Chisora's win over Joe Joyce?
It was a slugfest, and it was an exciting fight to watch. And that's really what it was. I actually fought the night before, so I didn't sleep. And then I got home, put on TV, watched first 2 rounds, I think, fell asleep. I woke up at like the 8th round, so I was in time to see the knockdown, and then the finish, and saw that Chisora won. So I haven't really watched it that closely.
Did you watch the post-fight press conference to that fight?
No.
One of the things Derek said was, like in his words, he said, I was telling my fucking legs to move, but they wouldn't move, hinting that his legs didn't, they weren't as good as them were maybe a few years ago. So when you hear comments like that, and then obviously a lot of the people they were saying that they hope that he hangs them up after that fight. Does that give you any confidence, or what do you make of that?
We know that he's always an aggressive guy, and to be aggressive, you need good feet to get to your opponent. A good example, good and bad example, you could say Tyson when he fought Jake Paul now. Unfortunately, I watched that fight and it was kind of sad to see Tyson look the way he did. But I think the biggest problem there was that he didn't have his feet, so he couldn't get into range. You need your feet in this business, to especially if you're a guy like CHISORA that's trying to be aggressive and a little bit smaller and try to get to the guy. You need those.
Did you feel on edge today? Because he's promised he didn't do it, but he promised Dillian White presser one. I think that was the one where he flipped the table over. It was far from it. So were you thinking back in your mind, I've got to watch out in case he flips a table or a chair over?
Well, he's very unpredictable. You never know. So you always got to be on alert around him.
So, no. What did you make of Anthony Joshua's defeat to Daniel Dubois? Did you predict that? Were you surprised by that?
I didn't predict it, and I'm just being honest. I thought that Joshua was gonna win, and I felt like he was gonna win by knockout, just because of the fact that Dubois was getting hit a lot with Hrgovic. Over and over he got hit, but Dubois came in. He had tightened up his defense. He was hard to hit, and he really took it to Joshua, and he did a really good job. I was very impressed by it.
Okay. And the last thing I want to ask you is, you've had a couple of good fights in the sense of fighting in Riyadh season. You've got this one now as well, and you've had the Fury one. How's life changed for you? Like, has anything different? If you the way you live in New York, and for you, your family, and tell me some things that have changed.
Well, yeah, I lived in New York since 2017, and it's just, I love my life. Honestly, I think I've made a really good life for myself. I think that my career can always get better. But when I sit down and I look at things where I started and where I'm at, I'm just happy and blessed that I have a very good life in New York, good friends around me, which is very important, good family. That's the most important. And then things have just been good, but just trying to improve my career. But I'm very thankful for what I have.
Have you treated yourself to anything interesting, or your fans might find fascinating, like something you bought for yourself from your recent few paydays?
I'm not a materialistic guy. I have this Rolex on, and there was a guy, Owen, he's from here, and before we watched the Serrano and Taylor fight at MSG in New York, we sat down, had dinner, a couple of drinks. He said that he collects a lot of memorabilia. So I had my Fury shorts at home, a little bit of his blood on it. Okay. So I told him, hey, I have these shorts. Maybe in the future I'll sell them. And he said, no way. I give you this watch right now. Yeah, take the shorts. So we traded. I got this watch. He got my shorts. And other than that, I bought a new computer after I fought Joshua.
What computer?
I'm a PC, yeah.
Like a PC gamer? What would you do on the PC?
I play Counter-Strike.
Okay.
Yeah, CS2. I used to play a lot when I was a teenager. I used to play all the time. And then I had a break for probably at least 15 years. Got back into it. So got a new computer, new setup, everything. And now whenever I have time after training at night, when I come home, play a little bit.
People are going to be wondering, do you want to put the watch up? So this is what you exchanged for your shorts that you wore against Tyson Fury. You got a nice Rolex.
Yeah, from my friend Owen. Yeah. I got this watch, so it was good.
Them shorts are iconic because that was one of Fury's hardest fights, and people probably talk about that in years gone by.
Yeah, I was thinking about it when he offered me the watch. I said, let me just think about it a little bit. Maybe I want to sell them in the future or whatever. Maybe they could be worth more, maybe not. But I just thought, you know what? I don't have a really nice watch. Let me take this watch because I don't want to spend. I like to keep my money. Everything I have, I try to invest it and just keep it, so I can be not have to worry about money so much. So it was good. It was a good trade-off. I think Owen was happy and I was happy.
How much is the watch worth?
I think around 10,000.
I'm just thinking, if I was in your position, I think you're nuts, because let's just say Fury beats Usyk, he's going to go down as one of the all-time greats. Say if he beats AJ, so maybe in 20, 30 years' time, people are going to be wanting to buy his collectibles, and what better shorts to get than the ones that Otto Wallin gave him one of his hardest fights, and I reckon they'd be worth way more than 10.
You know what? There's a lot of ifs, and by having this watch, I can enjoy it now.
Definitely.
And Owen, maybe he can make some money off the shorts, but it was also a fun thing to do at the time and just good memories.
Owen, good hustle. See what the fans think about it. Let us know in the comments. But Otto, thank you for your time. I wish you all the best against Derek Chisora. It should be a great fight, and welcome back to the UK.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
The undisputed light heavyweight champion Artur Beterbiev is coming to the UK. Come meet the man himself in Manchester and Birmingham on Saturday, the 30th of November. The tour continues in Blackburn on the 1st of December, and it concludes in Luton the following day. Tickets are extremely limited. Please follow the links below to secure your seat to meet one of the greatest boxers from this era. A truly unique individual who has inspired fans all around the world.
Of you. What will you treat yourself to, like, you know, from this for yourself, like present to yourself?
Nothing. Just go home and hug my mom.
Yes. How do you help your mum?
Hug my mom.
Oh, hug. Oh, that's beautiful. So you're gonna go home and hug your mum.